back to my channel. Nigerians, do you want to know what happened yesterday, the 26th of September, about the trial of Nnamdi Kanu? You would want to watch this video. This video is a detailed video about what happened on the 26th of September 2025 in the courts about Nnamdi Kanu's trial. You would want to watch this very video down to the very end so you would understand if Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court again or he will no longer be appearing in the court again. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share it, and don't forget to drop your comments. See you in my next video.
Welcome back to the channel. My people, Nigeria shook today. Inside the Federal High Court in Abuja, Justice James Omotosho delivered a ruling that will shape the future of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, and possibly the future of Nigeria itself. The judge has just dismissed Kanu's no-case submission and ordered him to open his defense. The government is calling this a victory. The DSS is celebrating quietly, but behind the smiles, there is fear because this ruling does not end the case. It only pushes the battle into a new and more dangerous stage. So the question is, what does this really mean? Is this a defeat for Kanu, or could it be a hiding victory in disguise? Could this be the turning point that finally forced the Nigeria government to face its own contradictions? Stay with me until the very end, because I am going to break this down into 20 clear segments. By the time we finish, you will understand exactly why today's ruling is not the end of the road, but part of the final end game. This is not just about Nnamdi Kanu. It is about justice, freedom, and the survival of truth in a system built on lies. Watching this analysis to the end will reveal why the court dismissed the no-case submission, how the government may have trapped itself, the political fear inside Tinubu's government, the international pressure that is rising fast, and why October 10 is now the most important trial date in years. The shock ruling. Today, Justice James Omotosho ruled against Nnamdi Kanu's no-case submission. The application was Kanu's lawyer's strongest push to end the case immediately. If it had succeeded, the trial would have collapsed and Kanu could have been freed today. Instead, the judge said, "You must open your defense." What a no-case submission means. In a simple English, a no-case submission is like saying, "Your Honor, the government has no evidence. Stop wasting our time. Set my client free." By dismissing it, the judge said the government's evidence is enough to require Kanu to respond. But remember, this does not mean Kanu is guilty. It simply means the trial continues. Why the government is celebrating? The federal government believes today's ruling is proof their charges are strong. They called witnesses, presented documents, and closed their case for them, forcing Kanu to defend himself in a physiological win. But is it really? DSS celebration is temporary. Yes, temporary. The DSS may smile now, but the reality is that this ruling exposed them. They have already played their cards. They presented their so-called evidence. They cannot bring new witnesses. Now the defense has full control of the narrative, and that is dangerous for the prosecution. The judge's careful balance. Justice Omotosho did not declare Kanu guilty. Remember, he simply said, "Defend yourself." In fact, legal experts note that judges often dismiss no-case submissions, not because the prosecution is strong, but because they prefer to let the full trial play out before making a ruling. This protects the judge from accusations of bias. The ID win for Kanu. Here is the ID truth. by forcing Kanu to defend himself. The court has given his lawyers the chance to tear down the government's so-called evidence. One by one, cross-examinations will expose lies, contradictions will be uncovered, and when this happens, the case may collapse on its own. The earth factor still hanging. Do not forget, just weeks ago, Kanu's lawyer begged the court to transfer him to the National Hospital because of his heart condition. That motion is still alive. Today's ruling may push more global attention to his health. If anything happens to him in custody, the Nigerian government will face international scandal. Supporters shocked and resolved. Outside the court, supporters were disappointed but not broken. Many believe today could bring immediate freedom. Instead, they hear the case continues. No one should leave his brother behind. Their determination shows the struggle is not ending. Tinubu's government in a trap. This ruling may look like a government win, but politically, it is a trap. Forcing Kanu to defend himself means more trial days, more headlines, more protests, and more international embarrassment. Tinubu cannot silence the Biafra question by dragging Kanu endlessly. International pressure growing. Groups like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch are watching every step. They know the charges are weak. They know the detention is unlawful. Each ruling that looks unfairly only strengthens international calls for Kanu's release. Nigeria is being exposed. Media coverage and global attention. Already, outlets like Sahara Reporters and International Wires are covering today's ruling. Every headline that mentions IPOB leaders Nnamdi Kanu adds to global awareness. The government cannot bury this case in secrecy. The defense strategy moving forward. Now, Kanu's lawyers will prepare their defense. They are not ordinary lawyers. They are senior advocates of Nigeria, including a former attorney general. Their plan is clear. Attack the government's evidence, line by line, witness by witnesses. Why the government's evidence is weak? Most of the charges are recycled from years ago. They rely on old recordings and political statements in a serious court of law. This can be destroyed easily. That is what Kanu's defense is preparing to do. October 10 becomes the deceived day. The main trial resumes on October 10, 2025. That is when Kanu will begin presenting his defense. Mark that date, because everything the government presented will face fire. If the defense succeeds, this case could collapse quickly. The Fulani agenda angle. For many Nigerians, this case is not just legal, it is political. They see it as part of the Fulani agenda to silence the Southeast and weaken the call for Biafra.
Sir, my name is Iboko and I report for Vanguard newspapers. Your Excellency, yesterday, elders from different states in the Southeast stormed Abia Government House, protesting the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been seeking justice for Ndi Igbo. And their message was to plead with you to prevail, to get across to your brother governors in the Southeast to prevail on Mr. President to consider releasing Nnamdi Kanu, more especially considering the fact that up north, so many local governments, as we speak, in Katsina State in particular, have signed an agreement, peace deal, with bandits who are mass murderers. How come that Igbo elite, more especially our governors, are not doing something towards that? In Enugu early this year, when Mr. President visited, Igbo leaders missed that opportunity to, as a group, ask for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. Glad enough, you've told us that on Friday, Mr. President will be coming to Abia. and Nnamdi Kanu'S from Abia State. I hope Ndabia will not miss yet another opportunity to, as a people, ask for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Steve Oko, you asked a question about the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. And your question is a good question. We have been engaging on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But the level at which we are engaging and the discussions that have happened and the assurances that have been received are not for public consumption, since it may hurt or derail the process. But you can take it for granted that as his governor, I'm in the forefront of ensuring that he comes back home. And all the Southeast governors are in tandem. So we are discussing it.
Whether or not the government admits it, this perception is fueling anger across the region. The 2027 political countdown. This trial is also about politics. With 2027 elections around the corner, the government fear releasing Kanu could ignite agitation that shakes Nigeria's fragile unity. But keeping him locked up without justice may also cause Tinubu massive political credibility in the Southeast. Human rights are on trial. Every hearing exposes how Nigeria treats its citizens, denying medical care, holding a man for years without justice, rejecting his no-case submission. These actions put Nigeria's human rights record on trial before the world. The physiological battle. Remember, trials are not just about law, they are about physiology. The government wanted to demoralize Kanu by dismissing his application, but those who know him know he is unbroken. Each setback only strengthens his resolve, and his supporters feed on that strength. Supporters' message to the world. The message from Biafra supporters is clear. We will not give up. Even if the case drags on, even if more rulings go against Kanu, the movement grows. Today's ruling may delay freedom, but it cannot destroy the struggle. The final question, end game. So, here we are, September 26, 2025. The no-case submission is dismissed. The government is smiling. The defense is preparing. The people are watching. The world is listening. The final question remains, is this a setback or is it part of the journey to ultimate victory? One thing is certain, the end game is near. Whether the government like it or not, the truth cannot be silenced forever. My people, today is not the end. It is another chapter in the long struggle for justice. Nnamdi Kanu has been told to defend himself, but the real defense is already clear. The government has no solid case. If you believe Kanu will still overcome, hit that like button now. Drop your thought in the comment section. Was today really fair or just another delay? And share this video everywhere so the truth spread far and wide. This fight is not just about one man. It is about freedom, dignity, and the future of millions. The countdown continues. Hashtag justice for Nnamdi Kanu. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now. Hashtag Nnamdi Kanu trial.